Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Tilnell here. Happy Friday. It is Friday, April 3rd. And today we're going to be going over the last steps of the North Carolina Travel Planner Project. But before we get to that, we will do good things. So good things, I got my grinder in the mail. So I need to grind down my mower blade. So yeah, that works. And also, Jen put this in my camera shot last night, so I'll show it to you. So Jen made this. It's a little succulent stained glass plant. Isn't that nice? Yeah, she made that from scratch. So before we get into, well, sorry, you think of your good things. Really think about your good things. Think of something good that's happened. It's really important to still do that. Share it with your family. Before we get into our goals for the day of what we're going to be doing in this lesson, I want to talk about the first week of online school. So it started out good. I'd say 75–80% of you have done work on your project this week, but that number needs to get higher. And next week is going to look a little different for my class because it's not going to be one project that you do throughout the week. It's going to be one daily lesson, and I'll send that schedule out later on. But I think looking at Miss Mathis's schedule, it's going to be more similar to that, where you have an actual lesson that you do that day. So it's important that you go check your classes each day. Know what everybody's going to be posting each day. Know what's going to be expected of everybody each day. We have our schedules laid out. Make sure you're going and checking those. All right, so let's jump over to the work that we're going to be doing today. So where we left off yesterday, I walked you through how to do the travel destination cost chart. So each day where you go through and you go to your place, in the hotel, and food, and all that. So there's a little bit of research involved with that. We walked through how to do that. That shouldn't be a problem. So going through, I added my 2 days. So day 2, I said my Laurinburg Maxton Airport. Day 3, I said Fort Fisher, and I found all the hotels, food, all that, added all those costs up, and then I get my final cost for each day. So now I get to the end. This part is actually pretty easy. You're just going through and bringing the numbers down that you found before. So total travel costs. To find your total travel costs, you go back up to this chart, total travel costs right there. Then you scroll back down and you put your total travel cost in there. Total destination cost for day 1. Day 1, 140. You go down, 140. So on and so forth. You add up all those costs. That will then get you the total cost of your trip. So that total cost of your trip should have been below $1,000. If it wasn't below $1,000, you should go back and cut some corners somewhere. See how you can save some money. And a few takeaway points with that. You should realize when your family goes on a vacation, it's expensive. This was a small 3-day trip for 2 people, and it cost $800. So realize when your parents take you out and you go on a long trip, those are expensive. Those are really expensive. So appreciate that vacations, nice vacations, cost money. Looking at the reflection questions, what are the main highways you took out on your trip? I have this is the overall trip that I took. So every step in the process that I went. So what I would like you to do with that main highways that you took is scroll in on your routes and see what the main highways are. Basically any highways that have the shields. So those are the state highway shields, or the interstate shields, the red and blue shields are interstates. So I would say on my trip, the main highways that I took was Highway 85, Interstate 85, State Route 74, Interstate 26, Interstate 40. And then I'll go back out here. And then I took 74 again. Interstate 74. And State Highway 421. I'm not looking for super specific. I took, Fort Fisher Boulevard. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for your major highways. And again, I'm not going to go through and check and make sure you listed every single highway. The goal of that is I want you to understand what are the major highways running through North Carolina. 74, 85, 77, 26, 40. Those are major highways that you need to know of. That's the goal of this. That question. Of the destinations that you chose, which are you most excited for? Tell me what you're excited about. Tell me which of those you actually really, really want to go to, which you'd like to go to the most. For me, it would be Road to Nowhere. I'm excited. I would be very excited Road to Nowhere because it is in the mountains and it's in an isolated area. It is, it's a kind of an obscure history where it is, it's not a normal tourist destination. And those are the things that really interest me. And I would, if I were actually answering that question, I would go into a little more history of it, but I'm not going to get into that here. After you are done, when you're done, go back to the classroom, click turn in. That'll save me some time so I can see that you have turned it in. So that's all I have. We've walked through all the steps of this project now, so you should be good. If you have any questions, let me know. But at this point, you should be done. You've had a week to work on this. It doesn't take a week to finish this. If you have questions, though, let me know. I will periodically check my email over the weekend. I'm not going to be as religious about checking it as I have during the week. But if you have any questions, let me know. And turn it in over the weekend if you haven't. That is all I have. If you have questions, let me know. I hope you guys all have a great weekend, and we'll see you Monday. Thanks, everybody. Bye.